Technology is something that has become a huge part in many people's daily lives. Just think, how many hours have you spent looking at a screen today? Technology has caused a great change over the past few decades and is the fuel to power the world. With one push of a button, global citizens can find out anything there is to know about our past and present, which they couldn't have done a few decades ago. While there are many positive impacts, the overusage of technology has some negative impact, especially around youth, leading into significant amount of social issues. And this documentary will aim to capture just a few of them. Let's start out with sleep. It affects anyone's, regardless of them being a teenager or a child. It causes them to, first of all, use social media and technology late at night, which leads them to have what they call insomnia. And this can lead directly to depression and anxiety. When you look at addiction, there's an issue when it comes to how our brain processes things. And what they've studied is that kids or children that use their cell phone quite a bit, right, trigger the same pathways that an addict has. They're not saying it actually leads to addiction, but it's triggering the exact same pathways. Another study showed, in Sweden, showed that specifically the need to constantly keep your cell phone on leads to also depression. So obviously there's a significant impact on mental health.
If we touch on the physical part, physical inactivity, people sitting and playing with these gadgets and leads to obesity and no exercise and health-related childhood obesity and health issues. This is being overused, and the way they handle the hygiene-related problems are there, like with bacterial infections and skin infection and allergies.
One of the biggest disadvantages is people who use social media and technology excessively, or children who use social media and technology excessively, lack personal interaction. And this not only happens in terms of personal interaction with their friends, with their with people in their extended family, but between the parents and the children as well. Quite often, parents use the iPad or whatever the latest technology that they have purchased as a babysitting device and don't spend the time that they need to with their children, which I think impacts on the child's maturity. Not only does it impact on the child's maturity and personal growth, it also creates or develops children who are not particularly close with their parents or even with their siblings or with the other members of their family. And that has certain psychological impacts. Okay, I'd also like to raise the issue of, and it's a bit of a sensitive issue, but the issue of inappropriate pictures being posted on the internet. Now, sexuality at all levels, I mean, it hasn't changed. So this is not a criticism against today's youth. It's always been there. Unfortunately, what happens now is you have a medium which allows these kinds of pictures to be posted, and once they are posted, they can go all over the world without any problem. So in the recent past, we have come across a few instances of, I believe it was young women and maybe even a young man, who have committed suicide because inappropriate pictures of themselves, which they shared with someone whom they thought was confidential, leaked and was posted, and it went all over the particular town or the city that they were residing. So that is a big danger in social media.
Although the technological changes bring a number of benefits to mankind, it also leads to several dangers. For example, social media limits human interaction, and it allows individuals to view what others in their networks are up to in the convenience of their own homes, thus reducing the amount of in-person physical interaction, and in some cases leads to several privacy issues. Inevitably, technological advancements will continue throughout time, likely at a faster pace than in the past, but we must be mindful about the adverse consequences of overusage. We should all do our part to avoid any misusage while staying healthy and connected to the world to make this planet a better place for all of us.